You're going to sit on the roller. Hands are behind you on the floor. Feet are flat on the floor. So if you have if your shoulders are really tight and it's hard to get into this position, put something behind you, like stack up a bolster or some pillows so that you don't have to extend back as far. But if this works out okay, then you're going to sit and you're just going to lean. Let's start on that left glute. So you're going to lean onto your left, so shift both knees off to the left. Starting to roll onto that left glute, and you're going to kind of go up and down and then back and forth. Just rolling out those glutes, kind of looking for the spots. Again, trying to soften your glutes into the roller. And then maybe you find one spot that's particularly special. And you hang out there for a second. You see if you can't breathe into it. And then you can also add a figure 4. So we're on the left glute. You're going to take the left ankle, cross it over your right knee. Sometimes that will put those muscles deep in your hip on stretch, and you can get in there a little bit differently. You can also try to angle this left knee in towards your sternum and towards your breastbone. That'll increase the stretch a little bit. And again, while you're in that figure 4, you're going kind of back and forth on that glute, side to side, up and down, just looking for the spots. And then let's go ahead and switch legs. So you're going to roll onto your right glute. Same thing before you do your figure 4, just check in a little bit. And you can get pretty far out onto that hip, onto the side of your hip, right? And then come back to the center, check in there, up and down. And you can get pretty high, like all the way up onto your sit bone almost, right? So you're kind of canvassing that whole area, that whole glute. And then let's try your figure 4. So crossing that right ankle over your left knee, and maybe you're pulling that knee in towards your chest a little bit. And again, with all of these things, you're in it. You're paying attention. You're not just checking out. It's so easy to just go through the motions, but not actually pay attention. And I think that it's in these moments where we get so much information about what's happening in our bodies, right? So if you roll and you're like, oh my gosh, my right glute is just so tight, that needs more attention. You have to know that, because then when you go into your yoga class or you go into your weightlifting session or whatever you're doing, it's those moments where you have that extra pull and that extra tension. So that glute's pulling up into your low back, putting extra tension in your low back. So you have to balance out the tension in your body. Okay, so that's your glutes.